home of the Texas A&M Aggies, and tonight the lights are shining brightly on the home of the 12th man as this crowd is ready to gig 'em and get another season of Aggie football underway. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
How do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. I mean, 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Zings it complete to the right. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
He'll do it himself. Hard running there. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Joslin. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bully ball on third and short. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown. And the ball slipped out. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. They'll run the toss. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him trying to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They go to the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from J. the next great one emerge. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Push down for the tackle.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Finley. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here's the handoff. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He leaves it with his back. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They find themselves themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He wants to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To the air on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get rid of it. Finds space on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The inside handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds his target down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Got his man quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got the back in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Because that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Ohio State, 3.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
With the catch, it's Finley. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And you used to see the jet sweep as a play that I'm going to get outside and get big gains. Now it's so tough. Do you want to stack up the middle? Fine. We'll run it outside. Get the first down. Really tough to stop.
The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Play number 9 on this drive. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. For it on 4th down. They'll run the sneak for it. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, give on the inside. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The give on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Fires on the move. Holds it in. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now. You expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
offense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man on the right. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 17, Ohio State 10.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're... opportunity to get some points, start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try to capitalize on this field position.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lets one fly deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They want that clock to run.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back.
Ohio State.
Save as much time as possible. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. App State rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Silva. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.